Hey everyone, I'm Robert Maxfield and welcome to Max Concert Photography. In this channel, hopefully you'll find all kinds of things dealing with concert photography and music photography. And sometimes I do some things that a lot of people don't expect, and I cover information that people just, I don't know, they just, it's different for them. So, and there's a reason for it. And in this video, I'm going to cover a little bit about that. So hold tight. About I guess last month, I went and attended a memorial celebration of life service for probably one of the greatest concert photographers ever. Um, the man was truly amazing, and a lot of his stuff, some of the things, the photographs he had were backstage, intimate photos that were just nobody else could get. There was Ray Wiley Hubbard, Willie Nelson kind of things, Jerry Jeff Walker, David Allen Coe. He had Led Zeppelin. And when the gentleman passed, about a month and a half before he passed, I friended him, and because I'd been doing some work for the magazine that he was the editor emeritus to, and I did. It was a shame that I didn't get to spend more time because he had amazing influence on me, and it was amazing. I can't say much more, but one of the things we did is his uh, celebration of life event was held at a place here in Dallas called Poor David's Pub, and which is a club on Botham John, just kind of southwest of downtown, or I guess south of downtown, and kind of a small club, but it's nice, and he was from what I got, he was friends with almost everybody that I've ever heard of, but he was friends with the owner, and when I arrived. They had a whole ton of his work that he had done. And I mean, there were photographs of, like I said, Jerry Jeff Walker. He'd been photographing people like Stevie Ray Vaughan from the early days. He had Led Zeppelin. Some of these photos were back behind normal places where people could get it, places like Mother Blues and the Longhorn Ballroom here in Dallas, which are iconic places to photograph. And he'd have Jerry Jeff Walker, David Allen Coe. One of the things that was he's famous. He had a photo of him at Willie Nelson's picnic with a semi-automatic pistol packed in his belt. But what this important was, in the last video, I mentioned this little jewel here, which I had purchased because he influenced me to do it. I was told that when they went into his house, he had binders and file cabinets and computers and things like that, all full of photographs of just about everybody imaginable that came through Dallas from about 1974 or 5 to present, pretty much present until he passed in like August, September. So we're putting these photographs up on the wall, and I'm going, who the heck is that? So we put the photograph up there, and I look on the back, and it tells me there's a sticker kind of like this that little label maker makes. It tells you who the person is, where it was shot, and pretty much why. So he gives you the journalistic who, what, where, when, why, and how on a little sticker. So you could make sense of the work that he had done. And we're going through all these photographs, and there's a big, massive wall in the pub that we were hanging these photographs, these amazing photographs for people to look at. And before, he did that on everything. And they were saying that he had, I mean, we're talking file cabinets and computer after computer after computer of files and negatives and all over the place. So they were going through this. Plus, he had issues of the magazine dating back whew, way back into the 70s. And the problem is when you have that as a concert photographer, eventually, if you do this long enough, you will build up an enormous amount of, well, you can see in the background from me, photographs and things like that. And when people come in and they want to know, say something happens, or they want to know something, or say you forget who you actually photographed, you can look on the back, and probably a few years from now, you might not know who this guy is, but you can turn around and look on the back of it, and it tells you, I'm going to redo this one. It says who he is, where it was, in the situation, and I'm going to put the date on it. That way people know when they look at it what's so important about the photograph. And as new photographers, concert photographers, even old ones, sometimes you have to keep account of all the photos that you've taken. And come on, man, I guarantee you, if you do this long enough, you'll forget who's who, or you won't know who's who, and you'll find out. And at that point, you can take and modify the label or put a new label on and say, yeah, this is who this person is, and it keeps track of your history. And that is why I made that video, I guess it was last week. So for the person that asked why I spent 3 minutes and 30 seconds discussing a label mate, that's the reason why Ron McKeown gave me inspiration to clean up my stuff, label my stuff, so other people would know, just in case something happened, and even I would know later on in time. And that's why I made that video. So I'd like to thank you for watching. Hey, man, we're doing some live streams. We had some problems a little bit last week. We're trying to correct that. I think we got it licked. Stay up to date. Ring that bell. Subscribe. We appreciate you watching. And I'd like to thank you a lot. From all of us, hey, we'll see you next week.